God, every time my pimples are always popping. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your African skincare sister, and today I'm back with a new video, and it's on things I would have done, steps I would have taken when I began my skincare journey. And I made a video the other day about skincare rookie mistakes, and this one kind of says like a part 2 of that. So if you haven't watched it, kindly go to my previous video. In fact, I'll link it up here. I think it's here for you to see. So the first step I would have taken was to know why I want a skincare routine and know what I want in my skincare routine. So I think all this boils down to what I want to achieve. Let's say in some time, after some times, maybe like after 3 months, what do I want to see? What changes do I want to see in my skin? So I wish I had done that. For example, I have acne prone skin. I break out a lot. God, every time my pimples are always popping in a negative way. So I would have kind of like sit down, think about it, maybe even write about it because I like writing, and then kind of get my routine from there on what I want to achieve. So for example, I wanted to treat my acne, I would have just go for acne treating ingredients instead of just kind of like getting every product I see or just going for products that won't help my skin condition. You understand what I mean? Even though I got acne treating ingredients, but like I didn't just focus on that. I was kind of all over the place, and I think I wouldn't have done that. So that is the number one step I would have taken. Go in the direction of what I want instead of what is there for me to grab. And the next thing would have been to focus on what my skin needed, the product my skin needed, instead of focusing on the very popular products. You know, when skincare influencers, brands are bringing out products and everyone is kind of like, yeah, into it. Oh, have you heard of this? Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, everyone is talking about that product. You kind of feel like you are missing out. I think I talk about that point in my video, and I just want to like say more about it, because people always think that just because everyone is talking about a product, they have to use it as well. If you don't need it, you don't need it, so don't go for it. So I kind of got some products which weren't really something I needed, but I got them and they didn't even serve me a purpose. So just focus on what you need, the ingredient, the product your skin need, and leave the rest. Yes. The next step I would have followed was knowing that formulation is key and not just the ingredient list, or like we like to call in the skincare industry, inky list, the inky list of the product. That's the ingredient list. I would like know that just because 2 products have the same ingredient list and one is more expensive than the other doesn't mean that I should just go for the cheaper ones, but I should think of how the products were formulated, where both ingredients were sourced from, the much attention and care given to these products, their formulation, everything about the formulation. I should take that into consideration as well. I'm not saying just because 2 products have the same inky list, the formulation of the more expensive one is much more better. All I'm saying is that I should consider that as well. So that means digging deep into the brand, seeing, because most brands like to talk about where they've sourced their ingredients, the technology they use in their formulation, how long it took them to formulate the product, things like that. So I'll take into consideration that before going for a product. And maybe I'll go for the cheaper one, but like I have to think of that as well. So I don't have to, and also I don't have to think that just because both have the same ingredient, and I have to also know that just because both of them have the same ingredients or inky list, they will both give me the same results. Have that in mind. I think at the beginning I would have focused on a lot of sources for knowledge when it comes to skincare. So I think you should have at least 5 different sources, and know that all of them won't have the same opinion on a product. What you should be concerned about is not their opinion, but on the facts they are giving you. that leads me to my next and last point, which is be able to differentiate between myth, opinions versus facts. You see, skincare is science. Skincare is science. So if I have to believe something, I have to know that it is based on a scientific evidence, that research has been done, scientific research has been done, and a conclusion has been made, a clear and vivid conclusion has been made. That's when I can believe something said about an ingredient or a product or something like that. And in this skincare industry, there are a lot of myths going on. For example, people say parabens are bad. Parabens are not bad. In fact, they are the most studied and the best preservatives. Just because a test was done that 100% paraben was used and it had some damaging effects, doesn't mean when it is used in skincare it will have that damaging effect, because the amount used is like 1% or even less than 1%. And there's something in biology called, is it biology or chemistry? It's the dose that makes the poison. For example, if I put a tablespoon in my soup and 10 tablespoons in the same amount of soup, it's not the same thing. Just because salt is in both soup doesn't mean they have the same amount of salt. You should know that people's opinion, when somebody said something is good or bad, go check. I would have done that. I would have just kind of like done my own research on this as well. For example, some dermatologists think fragrance is an absolute no, and some will tell you you can use it as long as it doesn't sensitize your skin. So I would have done that by differentiating between facts and myth that is going round and round in this skincare community. So that's it, guys. I would have taken these 5 steps and I hope you do the same too. And if there are any ones you have in mind that you should have done and you didn't do, let me know in the comment section and I will learn. We are all here to learn. And if you have any question, let me know as well and I'll help you with it. If you have any topic you want me to discuss, either skincare or not, let me know. We will discuss that. And don't forget to support my channel by subscribing, liking this video, commenting and sharing. It goes a long way helping this video out. And thank you for watching. I hope to see you next time. Bye.